Shocking news, everybody. The SNAP program may undergo a few changes. Lawmakers in Congress and advocacy groups are saying that SNAP monthly benefits should be increased for more. The USDA has recently publicized the adjustment to SNAP food benefits, addressing the rise in living expenses for the upcoming 2024 fiscal year. Commencing this October, households consisting of 4 U.S. states, this stands a 3.6% boost compared to other monthly ceilings of $939 accessible to 4-person households. Now, at first glance, a 3.6% upsurge in food benefits appears to outpace the overall progression in living costs, presenting a commendable improvement. Nevertheless, the increase falls short of accommodating the amplified food prices and have burdened many. Families will find it difficult to adequately provide their members with this amount. However, households with limited income have endured substantial financial strains too, rendering an extra $34 a month for insufficient of family of 4. Now, annually in June, the USDA recesses the SNAP benefits in accordance with the changes in living expenses for that year. Drawing on insights from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the living costs escalated about 3% in June 2023 compared to the previous year. Nevertheless, the predicament lies in the fact that inflation has not uniformly impacted all seniors. Food prices have experienced a much more pronounced increase than the 3% average. The expenses linked with the purchasing of food consumption at home is surged by 5% from June 2022. Even the figure would be a more pragmatic foundation of determining the elevation in food benefits. A 5.7% expansion in SNAP benefits for a family of 4 would actually elevate the maximum monthly sum to $993 as opposed to the current $793. But so far, geographical disparities, including people in Hawaii and Alaska, where the cost of living is noticeably higher, are not seeing the benefits. Research from the Urban Institute demonstrates that in certain areas of the nation, meal costs and even SNAP benefits are exceeding by 50%. In Wyoming and Lincoln County, a reasonably priced meal is around $4.30. That's a substantial 60%, passing the range of SNAP benefits. Regrettably, hunger remains an enduring issue in the United States. As per the USDA, more than 10% of households encountered food insecurity in 2020. This aligns with the Feed America's data, indicating that over 53 million individuals caught assistance from Food Bank during the same year. And according to some sources, there's no announcement regarding the early release of SNAP benefits, but the Naples Daily News reported that the Florida Department of Children and Families will start giving out stimulus payments. Florida SNAP benefits typically go up between the 1st and 28th of the month. Last year, SNAP helped 13% of Florida households. The average payment per household member per month is $180 for fiscal year 2023. Even early SNAP benefits could provide much-needed relief to the people suffering from the recent news. Naples News Daily reported that Floridians are encouraged to monitor the weather conditions and get the things they need.
Except for South Carolina's emergency declaration as well. And I spoke the day before to the governors of not just Florida and South Carolina, but of North Carolina as well as Georgia. And look, it means we're making available federal assistance for Florida survivors whose homes are damaged or destroyed by the declaration that I agreed to. And we're helping both Florida and South Carolina with the delivery of meals, waters, and debris removal that's going to help both states begin their road to recovery and do it immediately. But before we do anything, I'm here to thank all of you. And I really mean this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are making an incredible contribution. I mean, I hope the American people have a sense of, and it's hard to understand because, you know, we usually we're not this engaged this often. But this last couple of years with climate change and really kicking in, you guys are going 24 hours a day and 365 days a year. And it seems to just keep piling up. And I mean it sincerely. I admire what you do. I've been in almost every one of the areas you're talking about that you've had to deal with. And your brothers and sister organizations from the Coast Guard, military. I mean, across the board, it's amazing the sacrifices, and I might add risks your folks are taking out in the field. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It's important American people understand it because we're in a situation where, you know, how can I say it?
It includes 22 states that reduced their top marginal rates. In 2023 alone, at least 8 states approved rate reductions. And Arkansas is trimming its top individual income tax rate to 4.7% after reducing it from 5.5%. Aside from individual income tax cuts, states have proposed rebate checks for their residents. Last year, 17 states issued inflation relief payments as well. And now, if you're a Massachusetts resident, income tax refunds were available to you if you paid personal income taxes and filed your return by October 17. If you file your state return by October 17, you should be able to get your stimulus check back. Nearly $100 million in rebates will be sent out to residents across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Starting today, over 4 million older homeowners, renters, and people with disabilities will be issued rebates on rent and property taxes paid in 2022. According to a release, the rebates will be allocated to eligible Pennsylvanians who submitted an application through the property tax and rent rebate program. Applicants who submit their bank account information on the application forms will receive the rebate through direct deposit. And those who request a paper check to be mailed should expect to receive the payment in the mail too. But after the initial distribution of rebates in early July, rebates will be distributed as claims are received and processed. Recently, a Pennsylvania governor called for a major expansion for the relief program, which provided a lifeline for Pennsylvania renters and homeowners. Under his proposal, the maximum standard rebate would increase from $650 to $1,000, while the income limit for renters and homeowners would be made equal and both increased to $45,000. But these income limits would also be tied to the cost of living moving forward, which means people who receive a rebate won't have to worry about losing their eligibility through no fault of their own. Ultimately, the proposal would result in nearly 175,000 additional Pennsylvanians qualifying for a rent rebate. Hoping to attract new residents, the governor has also proposed new tax breaks, and according to recent data, Pennsylvania experienced a notable population decline between 2 years. Some people may consider Pennsylvania to be a high-tax state due to generally higher property taxes and high gas taxes as well. But the governor's announcement related to one of the state's proposals would actually be offering an annual $2,500 tax credits to new nurses, police officers, and teachers. It is including those who moved to Pennsylvania with a state-recognized credential. If passed, the tax break for teachers, police, and officers and nurses will provide a refundable tax credit of up to $2,500, and some of these are for annual workers. So folks,